always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some. You can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will take the field first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Burrow. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. To the air, it's Murphy. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unleashes it. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw, it's Murphy. Catch in the middle, it's Sategna. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. The screen, he can go. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He might want another play. Lost to throw again. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Sategna. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners.
And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going and
Boomer!
Sooner!
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. The Rebels hit it quickly to the line.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the ground with the back. Oh, he got loose. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Off the play fake. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. Trying to run it in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. On second and goal, he carries again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Murphy. Finds the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Lost a throw on 1st down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Simmons. The screen, and watch out! And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a seam on the left. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Snagged out of the air, and they're able to get him on the ground. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. They'll give it to the back. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Rebels send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw.
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love it.
He'll bring it out. It's Odom. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half. they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Beebe. Running through contact. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Burrow. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Barney. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Burrow. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Finds his target down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
All kinds of time before he fires right. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come build on that successful drive offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Trying to get the corner. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. The RPO, it's complete. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. The screen, he's got wheels, breaks into the open. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short.
Offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Odom. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. On the run, it's Lacey. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
He's got it. Touchdown, Rebels. And that one will give him the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. He'll move the tight end. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down and run. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatened. The Sooners are rolling down the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. He's got him.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Owens. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass. It's third and goal and third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's trying to get it in. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one is perfect. And we're locked up here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball.
He's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on! They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Rebels are flying down the field.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll do it himself. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Quick strike complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Gives it on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield. He's got an open man. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they add 6 more at the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Gonna run it. It's Beebe. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Snags it! Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Powers through the defender. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now adjusting. Fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Coming out with it, it's Odom. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own...
Turning on the Jets. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Gets it out quickly.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Makes a move. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Quarterback running on the draw. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Owens. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Makes the grab. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions.
He's going for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Sategna. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Sooners! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Lee. And they swarm him under. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears.
There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Rebels want to move quickly. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance?
And didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.